Hello, fabulous ladies and gents. Welcome to episode 128 of the Fab and Fearless Business Booster Shot Show. My name is Yinka. I am a business strategist, a coach, a speaker, and an author. And I support women to create wealth in and through their businesses by helping them to focus on what matters most for the business, which is cash flow and strategy, and what matters most for the business owner, which is mindset and habits. I am so excited to welcome you to this 128th episode of the Booster Shot Show, where each week at 1:30 p.m. UK time on a Wednesday, I come to you with a short, sharp shot to boost both you and your business with one powerful truth and one actionable tip. So I'm excited to share our topic today, which is cash and caring. And I'm really looking forward to diving into that fabulous insight. But before I do, I would love to know if you can see and hear me on my social channels. Feel free to jump into the chat, come and say hello. Let me know that you can see me and hear me over on YouTube. Hello to the YouTube fan. Or on my Facebook profiles while I am awaiting some fab ladies and gents. I will also check my own socials to ensure that we are live, just so Team Replay will be able to have the opportunity to connect and hear more about us in due course. Yes, I can see me live on my Facebook. Amazing. So I am good to go on that front. I don't even know how to check my YouTube. I'm laughing at myself as I probably would. I probably need to figure that out. But for now, I'm going to take it that I'm visible on my YouTube and we are going to get rocking and rolling. Schools on the doors, ladies and gents. How are you feeling today? I'm always excited to know more about who's in the audience and how they're feeling. That way I can definitely kind of energetically tailor the message and the focus of the session, because today we are talking cash and caring. Part of the reason why we are focusing on this particular topic is we are focused on really understanding the opportunity that the focus on cash has to offer to you and to your business. Yay, Kath! I am so excited to have you here, awesome lady. It is so good to see you, and thank you. Yeah, I went festive today. I'm all about the feeling the vibes. I know how stressful December can feel for so many people, me included. Like, December is not my favorite month of the year. Spoiler alert, it's March. Spoiler alert, the 10th is the best day in March. But yeah, like, December can feel very stressful. And I am committed to not engaging in that story or narrative. I am going to have a beautiful end to my year, and I'm really focused on making sure that I help as many women do exactly the same. So thank you for the scores on the 7 today. Kath, tag a friend. Who do you know who needs to hear more about this issue of cash and caring? Please tag them so that they can come in and join us live if they catch us, or indeed they can watch on Team #replay. Right. Hello, Fab Jackie. Thank you for checking my YouTube. I had no idea how to check YouTube, so I was a little bit lost. Thank you for doing that for me. I appreciate you. Right, ladies and gents, we are talking cash and caring. Why are we talking cash and caring? For a couple of reasons. Number one, for those who celebrate Christmas, and I say that in all seriousness. It's so interesting to me how everybody believes that everybody celebrates Christmas. That is not the case. Not at all. There are billions with a B people all over the world. Christmas is not even a thing. And so for them, December the 25th is just another day. I have a really great friend who works out in the Middle East, and December the 25th is a work day. It's just a regular Wednesday, same as any other Wednesday. And so, not everybody celebrates Christmas, but for those who do, this is a time of, hey, Ilsa, lovely to have you here. This is a time when cash is very much at the forefront of people's minds. There's a lot of gift buying, there's a lot of gift giving, and there is a sense for people that it's a very commercial and capitalist time of year. People get very cynical about the idea of buying all these gifts for Christmas and all of that kind of stuff. And I wanted to drop a different approach. Hello, fabulous Amber Powers. I am so excited to have you in the room. I met Amber yesterday on a meet and greet, and it was such a beautiful time. So I'm so grateful to have you here, awesome lady. So the reason why I'm talking about cash and caring is because we tend to think about cash over here and caring over there. We tend to believe, and we don't believe it by accident. It has been what we have been taught, that if you really care, if you are heart-centered, if you are someone who wants to see good in the world, then you should avoid the cash. That is what we have been taught covertly. That is what we've been taught in big, flashing neon letters. And what I want to offer to you today, ladies and gents, is an understanding that cash and caring, not only do they live in the same neighborhood, but what I want you to understand is that cash help. If you are someone who cares, if you are someone who wants to see good in the world, then cash is one of the best possible resources that you will have at your disposal to make that happen. It's not that you care more when you have cash, but you can show that you care in amplified ways when you have cash. So I'm going to say that again because I don't want you to hear what I am not saying. I am not saying that in order to show that you care, you need cash. Not at all. You can be broke as a goat and you can still care for and help people. That said, you can help many more people with more cash at your disposal. Cash is one of the best, not only resources, but amplifiers of just how much you care. And this is why I really want us to talk about this, because so many women, and yes, my work centers on women, but men do it too. So many women continue to put cash and caring in completely different neighborhoods. They are still convinced of the false narratives around cash having the power to corrupt, cash turning people bad, rich people being stingy, and all the other things that, we're not allowed to say on the internet, but ultimately turn out to be so pervasive and so in our thoughts when it comes to how we show up for ourselves and for our businesses. And so the one powerful truth I want to share before I share my little insights with you today is the truism. And I think I came up with this all by myself. I refer to myself when I quote it. Please feel free to type it in the chat if you are chat dropping. But until you make the money matter, you won't make money that matters. I'm going to say that again. Until you make the money matter, you won't make money that matters. What does that mean? It means that everybody says, like literally so many people say, oh, I'm not in it for the money. And what I want to let you know is that nobody's in it for the money, not even me. And I'm the most in it for the money person you will ever meet. But the thing is that money isn't money. Money is what money gets to create. Money is what money gets to represent. I'm in it for what money represents to me, to my family, to my future, to my business, to the women I want to help, to the things I want to do back home in Nigeria, to the kids that I want to help here in the UK. So nobody is in it for the money. And yet we continue to allow cash to elude us, to not focus on the cash, not create the impact that we want, not have abundance in ourselves. We don't have enough and we're trying to give to others. That's not diversification, that's dilution. And that is stopping you from creating the impact you want to make. Until you make the money matter, you won't make money that matters. Someone drop that in the chat for me, please, because it is so important as we're going into this season, as we're rounding out the year, and as we are thinking about the impact and the power and the love that we want to spread in the world. It's really important for us to really get hold of this particular notion. If you are going to make money, that is significant, that really impacts people, you're going to need to make it matter. You're going to need to make it mean something more than the dollar bills or the pound coins or whatever the currency is in your country. It needs to mean more than that. And the first real kind of focus is to recognize that if you have not made the money you want to make this year, then there's work that we need to do to make the money matter more. Make the money matter more presently. I speak to women all the time and I ask this question a lot. If you had an abundance of cash, if you had excess cash, what does that mean to you? And they tell me some of the most beautiful things. They tell me about the space. They tell me about health. They tell me about creating options and opportunities for their families. They tell me about creating a life of ease, of nervous system regulation, of general calm and health and well-being. And these are all beautiful things. And then they choose something else. And then they decide, oh, well, yeah, that's what money would mean. It would mean that if I had the cash, but I'm not going to focus on the cash. I'm going to go do something else. And I'm like, really? And this is the reason why I'm raising this, ladies and gents, because we live in a very suggestive world. And so often we are given suggestions about what we say we should want. I don't know if you've ever watched those beauty pageants, but you see those fabulous looking ladies. Shout out to all the Miss Worlds and the Miss Universes. And for a good 20, 30-year period, when they were like, oh, what do you want in the world? Everybody said world peace. I want world peace. World peace is a good thing to want. It really is. I want world peace. And yet, if that is something you say and your heart is completely devoid of that answer, then that's not what you really want. One of the most powerful truisms that has come into my world of late is understanding that the evidence of your desire is your discipline. What you are willing to be disciplined, to be focused on, and to commit yourself to, that shows you what you really want. Drop in the chat, let me know if this is resonating with you. You can see, you don't even have to tell me what you want. Your mouth can say whatever it likes. Your actions will tell you what you really want because the evidence of your desire is your discipline. And that's the thing, ladies and gents, because discipline is not easy. It's not the easiest thing. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. But that's how we know what we truly desire. And so what I wanted to share a little bit about today was bringing cash and caring back together, because that's where they truly belong. The people in this world who have the most caring hearts, who want to see the world better for all of us, they're the people who need the most money. I know I'm not talking in church, so I'm going to give myself that amen. They're the people who need the most money. They're the people who should have an abundance of cash, the ability to be able to spend from their overflow. This is the reason why I do what I do, because I want to see the most caring people in the world, some of whom I happen to know. But I want to see them with an abundance of cash because I know that money in their hand changes lives. Changes lives. And so whose lives are changed when those women have more cash? Stage one, their own. Ladies, if you have had to work at any point this year when you were unwell, then we need to get you more cash. We need to get you more cash because you should be able to, if when your body is sick, it is sending you a signal, and we need to put you in a position to be able to honor and respond to that signal. You should not have to work if you are sick. This is not revolutionary. This is not like some really great idea. Let me rephrase. This is not some novel idea. It is a fabulous idea. It is a great idea. It's not a novel one. If you're having to work when you're sick, that means you do not have enough cash. And you might be like, well, yeah, I do. But, it came up really quickly. And like, all I will say to you is story, story, story. The story is strong. But the fact is that cash would give you the capacity or the replacement resources or the people or the tools or whatever have you, such that if you need to take time out, you can. So if you care about yourself and you care about your health, then your focus in the days ahead should be your cash flow. If you care about your clients, oh my goodness, your focus should be your cash flow. I want to shout out Nat Bullen because she posted about this earlier, and I was like, I was screaming at my PC screen saying, absolutely yes. If you care about your clients and you have, put them in a situation where they love what you do and you're serving them and you're supporting them and they're excited to work with you, and then you're going to allow yourself to run out of cash, go out of business, and break their heart, cause them to have to go and use somebody else. We're not about that life. If you care about your clients and giving them the best, and you're giving them the best, if you care about the continuity of their transformation, if you care about them being able to have the time that they need to create the results that they want, then your focus needs to be your cash flow. If you care about your family, if you care about how you show up when you're with them, if you care about having the space to be present, if you care about the opportunity that cash gives you to create opportunities and memories unparalleled, then your focus needs to be your cash. If you care about the environment and the fact that we only get one planet, and the fact that we need to absolutely take care of it, you need to be able to vote with your feet around the choice of suppliers, the avoidance and the shunning of exploitative practices. You only get those choices when you have the cash, because most things produced ethically seem to come with a higher price tag. I'm not going to bore you with example after example after example, because the answer is the same. If you care about yourself, about your family, about your clients, about your marketplace, about the planet, about justice, about peace, about joy, about pretty much anything, cash flow is what you are going to want to focus on. I hope I made it clear. I hope that you understand the power that cash gets to bring into your world when you have it in abundance, when you are not in feast and famine, when you are not on that cash flow roller coaster, when you're not pull the brakes on because you are not in a position to grow and scale and impact in the way that you want. And so before I'm going to let you go with my one actionable tip, drop in the chat for me, ladies and gents. Let me know what an abundance of cash gets to. Why are you going to focus on cash flow in the days ahead? If you are, if you ain't, it's all good. No harm, no foul. I appreciate the honesty. But for those of you who care, and for those of you for whom you get this and you understand that there's no way around it, we're not going over it, we're not going under it, you're not going to get through it, so we need to handle it. Tell me why. What do you care about enough to really help you to commit or recommit to a cash flow focus? Drop it in the chat for me. I'm going to share a little bit more about mine, because I'm absolutely focused. I've been speaking on a number of podcasts over the last couple of days, and I'm always reminded, people always ask me about my origin story. How did you get into the work that you're doing? Did you come to focus on cash flow? And I always talk about my mum, because my mum was diagnosed with breast cancer, a really virulent, like terrible, like heart gut-wrenching form of breast cancer. And we were worried for her life. And I came into business to support her so that she wasn't trying to fight for both her health and her wealth. And as I've been recounting this story over the last few days, I find myself in a really powerful set of emotions. Number one is I am so grateful to God. I'm going to center myself so I don't burst into tears, but I'm so grateful to God that my mum is healthy and well with us today. My mum is living the glow up version of her life. And as is so common for so many of the Black women I'm seeing at the moment, she looks younger than ever. She is, at the time when all of this kicked off, she had 0 grandchildren. My mum now has 6 grandchildren. And so this entire episode has given her the opportunity to fulfill on some of her lifelong dreams. And I am ever grateful for that. Ever grateful for every tear, fear, blood, sweat, everything that we've been through. Honestly, I am grateful to God every day that she is still here and she is still with us. And there are so many women in a jam. Oh my God. This is what's probably going to make me cry. So many women struggling. So many women in a situation where they are not able to, they're having to make these tough choices, and they're making these tough choices because they don't know any other way. They don't know that they don't have to choose. They don't know that cash is easily available once you know how. They don't know that they don't have to suffer or wait. They don't know that they don't have to be in a bind. They don't know that they don't have to be afraid about the future. That they can really develop a sense of understanding in their own agency and they get to create it. And so for me, of course, I care about myself. I care about my kids. I care about my husband, my family, everyone. But I care about those women who feel like they have no other choices. That's why I am recommitting to my own cash flow approach to my business, my own cash flow focus. Because the beauty and the privilege that I have had this year to see so many of incredible women come through my work, change their lives, change the lives of those around them as a result of this focus. I'm like, boy, it is such a gift, and it's a gift that I am ready to double down on. Ladies, thank you so much for sharing in the chat your own reason for having this cash focus. Jackie, you said, I care about my clients, so I'll make sure my business is successful and sustainable so I can continue to serve them with excellence. I love that, Jackie. Thank you so much. Go check out Jackie Raymond, her incredible businesses, both on the design side and the Zazzle store, as well as her incredible proofreading, editing services are such a vibe. I'm so celebrate Jackie. She's incredible. She's also said, I care about my family and I'm determined to be response able. Yes, I love that for you, Jackie. I celebrate that for you. I'm excited to be able to walk alongside you, to continue to serve you and support you in that journey. Thank you for sharing that. Hey, Charmaine, thank you for sharing yours. You said, I need to have enough cash to do what I want to do, care for family care, for clients and for others. I love that, Charmaine. Thank you so much. Go check out Charmaine. Her handle there is Difference a Day Makes. And yeah, Charmaine has such a beautiful heart of service. She has so many skills, specifically around, she is a health and safety trainer. She helps to keep people safe. Charmaine also has some ninja level skills around, in fact, I'm not going to spoil it. Charmaine, you drop in the chat and tell the world about your other incredible skills around relationships and cash. Tell the world, go check out Charmaine. Ladies and gents, the fact is that you will never be broke enough to help the world, help poor people out of poverty. You can never be broke enough. But you absolutely can be wealthy enough, have enough cash, have an abundance of cash to change not just the lives, but the lives and the situations and the results and the families and the trajectories, to create this incredible ripple of impact and change and power. And I know how many of you have that heart to make that happen. And so My one actionable tip for you today is to simply to get you to really bed this in, to ask yourself the question, why do I care? Why should I care? Who, what, where am I going to get that situation that makes me care enough to go through the inconvenience of actually looking at this whole cash flow piece? Because it isn't easy. It isn't easy. We know that for sure, because if it was, everyone would be doing it. And yet it is transformative. It changes everything. And I know that because I've seen it in my own life. And I know that because I've seen it in the lives of my clients. And I know that because I want it for you as well. So go ask yourself why. Why does this matter? Until you make the money matter, you won't make money that matters. So why does it matter? Once you get really clear on what that is, come slide into my DMs. Tell me why it matters. Because the minute that you recognize that creating more cash creates some kind of benefit beyond the pedestrian reasons that are already in your life that are not making you make any more cash right now, then we have a real game to play. And ladies and gents, once we have a real game to play, then we can play a game to win. So, ladies, if you are listening to the sound of my voice and thinking to yourself, actually, I need me some of that. I need to explore this. I need support to actually, create consistent and increasing cash flow in my business. I want to find out what Yinka does. Feel free, slide into my DMs. Drop me the word matters, just so I know that you came from this video. And let's have a conversation. I've got programs, a cash flow accelerator, which a number of the ladies have joined me here today. I have, one-to-one services. I do a VIP day where we can get your cash flow sorted on one single calendar day, and you get some support afterwards to actually help you implement on the plans. There are so many different ways that you can interact with my work, because I want to make sure that it's easy for you to get the help that you need to create the cash that you want to live the life of your dreams. And so, ladies and gents, that's everything I wanted to share with you today. Thank you so, so much for joining me for this show. And the only other thing I want to say before I leave is this is the last show of 2024 on Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. because next Wednesday is Christmas Day. And that's the last Wednesday of the year. I'm not coming in to do a live on Christmas Day. I'm thinking about whether I do a pre-recorded and still stream it on the day, or I do it at another time. But I'm going to go into my group. I'm going to ask the ladies what they think, and then I'm going to come back and let you know. But I just want to say thank you so, so much for joining me week after week after week, coming in with your attention and your time, which are two of your most valuable resources, and giving it to me. I am so grateful to each and every one of you for your support, for your love, for your good wishes. And I am so grateful to see more of the work and the impact that you're creating from these little tidbits that I share on a Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. UK time. So 2024, there will be one more show, but I will share a bit more about how that works. But this is the last live one for sure on a Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. because I'm not coming in on Christmas Day. And then the one after that is New Year's Day. So maybe I will do a live, maybe I won't. But the fact is that to have committed to do this 128 weeks ago, to have done this every single week. So this is the 51st show of the year. And to have been consistent through this period has all been because of your incredible support and love, and I do not take it for granted. So thank you so, so much. Go be incredible, and I look forward to seeing you in the spaces. Merry Christmas for those who celebrate, happy holidays for those who don't, and Happy New Year to each and every one of you. Let's go get them. Take care, have a good one.